Basic kitchen safety tips. Cooking is life-sustaining, creative, and fun, but disasters can occur in the kitchen. There are knives that cut fingers, bacteria that cause disease, fires that burn people and houses, glass that breaks and cuts, electrical shocks, water that scalds, and slips and falls from spills. To avert unpleasant cooking experiences, these tips are good to remember. Wash your hands in hot, soapy water before cooking. We recommend healthy, environmentally friendly hand soaps. Pay attention or focus on what you're doing in the kitchen. Immediately clean up any spill. Wet floors are dangerously slippery. Never leave children unsupervised in the kitchen. All knives, ovens, hot liquids, hot pots of food, and electrical appliances present a potential danger. Do not wear loose sleeves or sweaters while cooking. They can catch on to handles of pots on the range or stove. Wearing an apron also will protect your clothes. Do not leave food unattended while cooking on top of the stove or range. Cut off each burner on the stove or range as you finish cooking each dish. If you have food in the oven and you must go into another area, set and take your timer with you. Always turn pot and skillet handles away from the front of the stove toward the back of the range or stove so they cannot be reached by children or accidentally pulled off the stove as you walk by. Use one or more timers in the kitchen. This alerts you when food is cooked and helps avoid overcooking and starting fires. When handling knives, always cut away from your body. Always use a chopping or cutting board. Keep knives sharpened. A dull knife is more dangerous than a sharp one. The pressure you use to cut with a dull knife can cause it to slip, resulting in injury. Also, a cut with a dull knife is not a straight one. Do not place knives in a sink of soapy water. They may not be seen and injury can occur. When washing and drying knives, always keep the sharp edge away from your hands. Do not place knives in drawers with other utensils. This can result in injury. Store knives in a wooden block or in a separate section of a drawer. Keep knives out of the reach of children. Do not attempt to catch a knife if it falls. It is better for it to hit the floor than cut your hand. Scalding can occur from hot steam. Be careful when opening hot ovens or lifting lids from hot food. Move your head away from the hot steam before viewing the food. If you are cooking in 2 or more pots on top of the stove or range at the same time, when the dish next to those still cooking is done, take it off the stove or range. The heat coming from those dishes still cooking can overcook the done dish, resulting in less nutrition and diminished flavors. Keep paper towels, pot holders, oven mitts, and dish towels nearby. Use them, but be careful to keep them away from an open flame or heated electrical range. Keep salt, flour, or baking soda close in case of a grease fire. Douse it with one of these if you do not have a fire extinguisher. Never pour water on a grease fire. It will only spread. Be sure all appliances such as mixers, blenders, and can openers are unplugged before touching their sharp edges. Also, check carefully to be sure no utensil is left in an electrical device before it is turned on. Never stick a fork or knife into a toaster when it is plugged in. Do not add water to a pan containing hot oil. It could make the oil spatter and cause injury. Turn the oven off and unplug all cooking devices before you leave the kitchen.